So let's talk about one of the biggest topics in education right now, artificial intelligence. It can feel a little intimidating, right? But what if we started thinking about AI not as some kind of replacement, but as a brand new dynamic partner in the classroom? Let's dive into what that really looks like. And this, right here, is the million-dollar question, isn't it? As we look at any new tool, especially AI, we've got to ask ourselves, is this actually making the learning experience richer and deeper? Or is it just doing the thinking for our students? That's the line we have to navigate. And that really gets to the heart of what we're talking about today. Look, the goal isn't to hand your classroom over to an algorithm. Not at all. The idea is to see AI as a collaborator, a partner that can handle some of the heavy lifting, freeing you up to focus on the part that really matters, the human part of teaching. All right, so when we say an AI smart partner, what are we actually talking about? Let's break down what that role really looks like inside the classroom. Think of it like this. A smart partner is a tool that works right alongside you. It's there to help you brainstorm and sharpen your lesson plans, to help you create truly personalized learning for all the different students in your room. And, this is a big one, to help you reflect on your own teaching, to see what's hitting the mark. So, what can it do? Well, it can be your brainstorming buddy, throwing out lesson ideas when you're stuck. It can build those unique personalized pathways for your students. It can crunch the numbers on student data way faster than we ever could. And most importantly, it can serve up insights that help us grow as educators. Okay, let's get down to brass tacks. How does this actually look in practice? Let's talk about co-designing lessons with AI as your creative sidekick. To really see this in action, let's look at an example. Meet Mina. She's a history teacher, and she's figured out how to use AI not to write her lessons for her, but to spark brand new, creative ideas she might not have thought of on her own. Now, what's so important to see here is Mina's process. She is in the driver's seat the entire time. It all starts with her clear learning goal. Then, she uses the AI almost like a sounding board, asking it for ideas. But that final step, that's the most crucial one, and it's all her. She carefully reviews, adapts, and curates everything to make sure it's a perfect fit for her students. This process is a perfect example of a framework in education called TPACK. It's all about blending your knowledge of technology, pedagogy, and content. Here, the content is history. Mina's pedagogy, her teaching style, is inquiry-based, and the technology, the AI, is specifically chosen to support that teaching style. See how that works? The tech serves the teaching, not the other way around. Okay, so that's co-designing. But what about one of the biggest promises of AI in education? I'm talking about personalization, truly meeting every single student exactly where they are. And for this, let's meet another teacher, Hassan. He teaches English, and his big goal is to make sure his vocabulary lessons are challenging for everyone, without leaving some students behind or boring others to tears. And wow, this just lays it all out, doesn't it? The difference is night and day. On one side, you've got the classic worksheet, one size fits all. But on the other, with an AI adaptive platform, every single student gets practice that's tailored specifically for them. It's the just right challenge for everyone. And you guessed it, we can map this right back to that TPACK framework again. The content, vocabulary. Hassan's pedagogy, his core teaching strategy, is differentiation. And the technology he chose, that adaptive platform, is there for one reason: to make that differentiation possible on a whole new level. It's all about being purposeful. Okay, so we've seen AI as a lesson co-designer and a personal tutor, but there's another piece to this puzzle: how AI can help us become more reflective, data-driven teachers. Yeah, think of your AI partner as your personal data analyst. It can sift through all that performance data in seconds, spotting trends, identifying learning gaps, and basically handing you a roadmap for how to adjust your teaching strategy. And seeing your class data like this, it's a total game changer. Instead of drowning in a sea of grades, you get this super clear, at-a-glance snapshot. Okay, most of the class has got it, but I've got a group that's really struggling and another that just needs a little more practice. That's not just data, that's actionable insight. And that's exactly how Hassan uses it. He checks his dashboard every week. It's not just data for data's sake. It's a reflective tool that helps him make smart decisions like, maybe I need to slow down a bit, or I should pull a small group tomorrow for some extra support. We've talked about a lot of really cool capabilities, but I want to end on what is, without a doubt, the single most important idea here.
No matter how smart the AI partner gets, you are always, always the one in control.
If you remember just one thing from our chat today, make it this. AI is an incredibly powerful tool, but it's just that, a tool. It has zero pedagogical expertise. It doesn't know your students, it has no empathy, no wisdom. All of that comes from you. Because at the end of the day, it's your professional judgment, your creative spark, and your understanding of your students that turns a bunch of AI-generated ideas into a truly meaningful, effective, and human learning experience. So I'll leave you with this question. Now that you've seen what's possible, just think about your own practice. What's one small step you could take? What's the very first thing you might want to co-create with your new smart partner?